Water is the lifeblood for western Colorado.
The river is our identity.
In the West, when you touch water, you touch everything.
Without adequate water, we can't have economic development, we can't have growth, we can't meet the needs of the people and the businesses on the western slope.
It's a big part of everyday life.
Having a healthy riverfront certainly has everything to do with our healthy community.
And the riverside habitat, otherwise known as riparian habitat, is critically important to the health of those rivers.
The first thing I noticed when I moved over into the western slope, the vegetation along the river was a kind of vegetation you did not want to get close to.
Tamarisk is an invasive plant. It's a woody tree, like a shrub. It came over to the United States in the mid to late 1800s to be used in erosion control and as an ornamental, and quickly it became prolific in our western river systems.
It was crowding things out, and once you got on shore, you couldn't walk anywhere. It was just terrible to try to use the shorelines for any kind of recreation.
Tamarisk are responsible for channelizing the river. They introduce fire into systems that traditionally don't get fire. They outcompete native plants. And then in terms of human aspect, they really impact recreation and agricultural practices that really are beneficial and very important to the quality of life for us in the West.
And you start adding up the amount of water the tamarisk and the Russian olive were drinking, that's water that can't be used downstream. How does anything solve a problem that goes from here to California?
The Tamarisk Coalition is a nonprofit. We were founded in 2002, and our mission is to restore riverside vegetation that is impacted by tamarisk and other invasive plants.
It's all coming on!
Tamarisk Coalition came into being really to bring everybody's efforts together.
A network of organizations and people and land managers.
The Tamarisk Coalition is an essential glue in a lot of the partnerships that I work in. My organization send folks, really the boots on the ground, to restore these watersheds and really implement the first action.
We have local programs like the Desert Rivers Collaborative, and then we have regional programs where we're trying to support land managers and people that are trying to restore their rivers as a collective.
The Tamarisk Coalition does a great job of presenting the case for a balanced environment that opens up the door for a more cooperative spirit between local governments and private landowners.
If you're going to clear tamarisk on the shore, it has to be a group of people that are brought together, organized, and then funded.
The city has been a partner with Xcel in a number of different projects, and for them to be willing through their foundation to give back to the community in this way is invaluable to us.
Xcel is really committed to funding education too, and Tamarisk Coalition does education.
We fill a unique niche in that we provide education and technical support.
Mostly in these wetlands here, it's mainly going to be your sedges, rushes, and grasses. This is a spike rush, Eliocorus.
We host an annual conference to keep people informed of the state of the science and what's happening, the newest trends in riparian restoration.
Tamarisk Coalition, what they have demonstrated in the years that they've been operating now, is this can be solved.
We saw in the Dolores River 170 miles of river impacted by tamarisk and Russian olive, but we were able to bring in private landowners, foundations, other grantors, Conservation Corps, volunteers, and we were able to work at a landscape scale. And we have restored near 700 acres on that river to date.
I was here in 1985 when this was covered with junk cars, and no one thought that it would ever look like this. So I think this is very winnable.
Where are we going to get the water for the future? This is one of the answers.
The Tamarisk Coalition is an organization that has a significant impact and is a great organization to support.
People can be involved in a variety of ways. One is to learn, to get outside, get out there, cut tamarisk, plant a willow, cage a cottonwood. And really important is to donate and contribute financially. For nonprofits, we rely on donations to be able to be flexible and nimble and responsive.
This water is crucial. is absolutely crucial to what happens in the future.
In order for us to live and be sustainable and achieve environmental goals and just live a great quality of life, we need to have a strong regard for the environment, and I see Xcel having that.